I have a question concerning the letter of the Belgian Prime Minister Bart Wever, who sent a letter to von der Leyen.
We're done with Thomas. Go ahead. Sorry, it's just we're changing topic. Go ahead.
Yeah. I was wondering how this letter of the Belgian Prime Minister Bart Wever is received by the Commission, and if the Commission is willing to give the legal guarantees that the Belgian Prime Minister is asking for, or that the idea of using the frozen assets is on the sideline now.
Thank you, Jelle. So this is a question not for Thomas. It's on the topic of financing of Ukraine, the various options there. So I can confirm that the letter from Prime Minister Bart de Wever to President von der Leyen has been received, and otherwise, as I've been saying also from this podium, the work with the Member States, including Belgium, of course, continues, intense work, following the presentation and the sharing by President von der Leyen of the options paper, which put forward a number of options on how to address the commitment made by the European Council to address the financial needs of Ukraine for 2026-2027. On the basis of that options paper, intensive discussions have been taking place with the Member States, including with Belgium, and we are advancing on this work. Oui, Diego.
Thanks, Paula. On the same topic, is it, as we speak, the option that you are outlining on the reparation loan, is it a matter of qualified majority? And if yes, would you consider outvoting Belgium?
We're not there yet, Diego. As said, we're having discussion with the Member States on the basis of the options paper. The President has said 2 days ago that the Commission is already also ready to put forward a legal proposal. It's only there then that we would be looking into possible rules of procedure and how is what decided. But now, for the moment, of course, what we're trying to do is to really make sure that the concerns that have been expressed, and notably by Belgium and the Prime Minister, are addressed in a satisfactory manner so that everybody is comfortable with the positions that are being put forward by the Commission. Yes, Diego, you have a follow-up?
Yes. Since you've been trying to address the Belgian concerns for quite some time now, how would you describe your way at addressing them? And don't you? I have the feeling that Belgium is adding some conditions and concerns as time advances. Is that a reading you share?
I would not speak of whether concerns have been added. I mean, these are uncharted waters, so it's legitimate to ask questions, to share concerns, and we are really doing our utmost to address those concerns and in a satisfactory manner, so that, as said, everybody can feel confident and comfortable with any solution that is put forward eventually. Yes, Jorge.
Hello, Paula. It's also on the letter. Besides all the legal and economic and financial implications that the Prime Minister raises in his letter to the President, he also makes a very important political point, saying that hastily moving forward on the proposed reparations loan would have as a collateral damage that we as EU are effectively preventing reaching an eventual peace deal between Ukraine and Russia. What's your assessment on this? Do you think the reparations loan increases or decreases the chances of a peace deal, and does it strengthen or weaken your hand at the negotiating table? Thank you.
I will not make any comments in a way or in another. This topic is part of the discussions regarding the Ukraine peace deal, and for the moment we're not elaborating on any of the topics which are being discussed. The President again set out what are key principles that she considers, also following discussions with the European leaders, what are principles that need to be respected in discussing the peace in Ukraine, and we're taking it forward along those lines. Andy.
Yeah, Andy Bounds from the Financial Times. So Mr. de Wever says he's consulted lawyers which say that the options put forward so far by the Commission are not solid enough for him to take the decision. What legal advice has the Commission taken? Has it been in-house, or have you gone to external lawyers who are experienced in this international arbitration? Thanks.
Thank you, Andy. Listen, we have a very solid, excellent team of lawyers in the Commission, as you know, who has given many, many proofs and many examples of its excellence. So we are fully confident on our teams of lawyers who are part of the Commission staff. Yes, and then we'll try to conclude on this because we have other topics and other requests for questions. So, final question on this topic?
Yeah, hi, I'm Jacob from Euractiv. So, can we get any timeline for when you will table this legal proposal?
In the coming days. We change topic. Yes, and you've given your share today, Thomas. Well done.
I think Vitaly Sizov, Freedom. I have several questions. The first of them, yesterday, Russian side, they confirmed that they already have this draft of peace agreement from United States. Do you have the copy, and do you know what they are going to discuss in Moscow before visit of United States delegation? And yesterday, Putin said that Zelensky is not legitimate enough for him to sign any deal, and like it was like form of critics before this peace negotiation. Is Zelensky legitimate enough for EU now, like side of negotiation? And today, Viktor Orban in Moscow, and he will negotiate oil supply. Is there any sense to do it if EU try to stop buying it till 2028? Thank you.
Thank you, Vitaly. President Zelensky is the democratically elected president by the Ukrainian people of Ukraine. So obviously, that's in this condition that we work and have been working and have been supporting the many efforts of President Zelensky in actually putting finally an end to this horrible war and coming to peace. Obviously, President Putin has some difficulties in recognizing the democratically elected president of his neighbor country, Ukraine. And otherwise, no further comments.
As you heard, as you saw, Ukrainian anti-corruption authorities are currently searching the offices of Andrei Yermak, head of Zelensky's administration. Of course, I know that normally you are not commenting the internal domestic issues, but given that Andrei Yermak is also Ukraine's chief negotiator with the US and not only, does that, in your opinion, undermine Ukraine's reputation in the eyes of its international partners, and how does that affect the course of the negotiations and the further determination of Ukraine's partners to provide more aid to Ukraine? Thanks.
Indeed, we understand that there are ongoing investigations, and we have a lot of respect for those investigations, which show that the anti-corruption bodies in Ukraine are doing their work. Any further elements, Guillaume?
I mean, not really. You've said the gist. It shows precisely that the anti-corruption body is actually in place and they're allowed to function. Let me stress the fight against corruption is a key element for a country to join the EU. It requires continuous efforts and a strong capacity to fight corruption. This is a key and an element that we also addressed in our enlargement report that was published a couple of weeks ago. So we will continue to follow the situation very closely.
Okay, great. Sorry. It's a question, it's a follow-up about the visit of Prime Minister Orban to Moscow. Did Hungary check with the European Commission before the trip? Is Orban bringing a message from the European Union to Moscow? Thank you.
Thank you, Sandra. The message from the European Union to Moscow is very clear, is calling on Moscow and the one who's leading the country, President Putin, to come to the negotiating table. That's the message to Moscow and any messenger to Moscow in that sense.